What would you do if the person who humiliated your child one day came to ask you for a favor? Most people would slam the door. Marcus Cole did something far more powerful. He wrote a check. It was a Tuesday in October. Cold. Gray. The kind of Pennsylvania morning that makes your bones ache. 11-year-old Darius Cole laced up his cleats in the back seat of his father's truck. His hands were shaking, not from the cold. From hope. He had practiced every single day for 2 years for this moment. 2 years of early mornings, muddy fields, and aching muscles, all for one tryout. One chance to make the Westbrook youth football team. Marcus watched from the fence. He didn't say a word. He just watched his son run onto that field, and he felt something he hadn't felt in years. Pride. Darius was fast, precise. He caught every pass, he ran every drill, he gave everything he had. And then Coach Harlan blew his whistle. He walked up to Darius, looked him up and down, and said, loud enough for everyone to hear, "Son, you're too small. You'll always be too small. Go home." The other kids laughed. Darius didn't cry on the field. He waited until he got to the truck. Marcus put his hand on his son's shoulder and said only 4 words. "This isn't over yet." Here's what Marcus Cole did not do. He didn't go back and argue with the coach. He didn't post angry things online. He didn't threaten anyone. He didn't make excuses for his son. He stayed quiet. Because Marcus knew something that Coach Harlan didn't. Rage is loud, but discipline is silent. That night, Marcus set up a training schedule on the kitchen table. Every morning at 5 a.m., every weekend. Rain, snow, heat. It didn't matter. And Darius, that small, too small kid, he showed up every single time. Nobody saw the work. Nobody cheered them on. While other kids were playing video games, Darius was running routes in the backyard. While his friends slept in on Saturdays, he was studying game film on a laptop with a cracked screen. He grew, not just in height, though that happened too. He grew in discipline, in focus, in the kind of quiet confidence that can't be coached. It can only be built. By 16, college scouts were calling. By 18, he had a full scholarship to Penn State. By 22, Darius Cole was drafted into the NFL. 5 years after the draft, Marcus got a phone call. It was from Westbrook School District. They were renovating the football stadium. Old seats, old lights, old everything. The program was struggling financially, and they were reaching out to alumni and community members for donations. Marcus sat with that phone call for a long time. He thought about that Tuesday in October, the cold morning, the coach's voice, his son's tears in the truck. Then he called Darius. "You remember Westbrook?" Marcus asked. There was a... "I remember everything," Darius said. 3 weeks later, a wire transfer arrived at the Westbrook School District office. The amount, $2.4 million. Enough to completely renovate the stadium. New seats, new lighting, new scoreboard, new field. The school board was stunned. They called Marcus immediately, thanking him, asking what he wanted in return. A plaque? His name on the entrance? The field named after Darius? Marcus said, "I want the seats named after someone." They said, "Of course, Darius Cole, the NFL star." Marcus said, "No. I want them named after my wife, Dorothy Cole, his mother, the woman who washed his muddy cleats every night without ever complaining. She never missed a practice. She never missed a game. She deserves it more than anyone." Today, if you walk into Westbrook Stadium, you'll see it on every seat. A small plaque, simple, elegant. It reads, "In honor of Dorothy Cole, one who believed when no one else did." Coach Harlan's name appears nowhere in that stadium. Not on the field, not on the walls, not in a single program. He spent his life deciding who was worthy. And in the end, the boy he rejected decided his legacy. Let me ask you something. How many Coach Harlans have you had in your life? People who looked at you and said, "You're too small, too slow, too late, too much, not enough." Here's what the Cole family understood that most people never figure out. You don't have to prove them wrong with words. You prove them wrong with results. Silence is a strategy. Discipline is a weapon. And patience is the most underrated superpower on the planet. Darius Cole didn't just make the NFL. He bought the stadium where his journey began and gave the credit to the person who truly deserved it. Not the man who doubted him, the woman who never did,